Our family faces danger that has threatened our planet.
What is that?
Get us out of here!
Are we safe?
I don't know.
We are not giving up.
We will protect you.
Line them up, Jonny! What's the plan?
Trust me.
I hate that
That's a
plan.
bad plan.
Terrible
That's
idea.
a stupid.
Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four. Rated PG-13.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Allfires. First up, if you're in the US, happy 4th of July. I hope you guys have a fantastic day and weekend. You spend it with those that you love. And if you've been drinking or partying, please be safe, take an Uber, don't drive. But again, everybody have a great day. In the meantime, and for a holiday that falls on the 4th, it feels fitting that we would get a brand new Fantastic Four teaser trailer or TV spot, however you want to refer to it, and we are getting closer and closer to that full look at Galactus. There are a ton of new frames in here. We're going to break down each and every one of them, but first, if you could quickly grab that subscribe button. Guys, we've been growing again at a breakneck pace thanks to each and every one of you, and if you haven't subbed already, I would just kindly invite you to do so. It's the #1 thing you can do to support us here at the channel, plus it'll enter you for the PS5 giveaways if you want. Stick around to the end of the video, we get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, for a 30-second TV spot, there are actually a ton of new frames and footage in here. We're going to go through them one by one. We're going to start off with them walking down the causeway in their brand new spacesuits that we know Reed Richards made for them in a previous trailer. He introduces Johnny Storm to them. He says, "Oh, I take back every bad thing I said about you." Presumably, this is after Shalabal Silver Surfer has approached them, told them what's happening. They're then going to pursue her into space and to Ta-2, that's Galactus' ship that we see here in a bit. Now, this next line from Reed is super interesting. Our family faces danger that has threatened our planet. So he's talking about the family of the Fantastic Four, and of course Galactus threatening them for Franklin Richards, but it's also a threat to the entire planet. If you look in the foreground here and right under the text that's on screen, that surely looks like Sue Storm's baby bump to me. And of course, while you still do have a little bit of the wait after a baby has been born, I think that this is pre-birth. Now we get a montage of a couple of quick frames we haven't seen before, including this one, which we have. And while people have speculated that this is the elemental converter ultimately converting a planet's energy, I actually think that this is Galactus' ship Ta-2, maybe just finishing off the job. I hear Johnny Storm say, "What is that?" in response to them seeing Galactus for the first time, which Marvel Studios, you are definitely edging us here. We get a little more of Galactus every time they give us some more frames, and this time we can actually see the bottom of his helmet and chin piece. This has been out of view for most of the frames so far. I'm wondering if they're not going to withhold the full look at Galactus until the film. That's something I definitely think they should do. Now, of course, in response to them seeing Galactus, they all stumble back into their ship, and Reed Richards tells Ben Grimm to get us out of here. You see him kick it into high gear, and you get an even better look at whatever this is crashing through the planet. Again, I think that this is his spaceship Ta-2. It has been represented as a sphere before, but others are arguing that this is the elemental converter. It's just that in the past, when we've seen the elemental converter in comics, it's been much smaller and on the planet, which again really makes me feel like this is a take on Galactus' ship Ta-2. Now, speaking of things that don't really fit their shape or look like what they did in the comics, we've got to talk about what weapon Reed Richards is using here. We've seen this in the second official trailer when he was sort of stretching up to try to stab Galactus. Now we get an actual shot of him making a connection again with this rod. Now, a lot of people have speculated that this is the tool they used to defeat Galactus the first time around in the comics, the ultimate nullifier. But real talk, unlike a lot of other things that have changed in the comics, the ultimate nullifier has pretty much always looked the same and has a very specific look to it, akin to a pager. It honestly looks more like the Infinity Saga pager that Nick Fury was using to call Captain Marvel than a staff or a rod. No, I'm not saying that that was the ultimate nullifier. I'm just saying that's what it looks like. That's what it's always looked like in the comics. Now, all of a sudden, and during this trailer twice, we've seen this long staff. Now, for the sake of using Occam's razor here, it probably is the ultimate nullifier, and for the exact reason that I just said, they decided to make it a staff. Cinematically, if he's just got a little handheld device, it doesn't make for the same action sequence or express the same on a cinematic screen if you can't even see the thing that he's jumping around stabbing Galactus with. Makes for a much better spectacle if the ultimate nullifier happens to be a huge staff or rod. Then we get a new look at the Thing running with his beard. He tells Jonny to light them up. That's obviously when they're fighting Galactus. A new look at Shalabal's Silver Surfer, Galactus approaching, and then they start making fun of Reed Richards' plan, whatever it is. And honestly, this really feels like homage to the Guardians, because that's their whole shtick, right? Making fun of everybody else's plan. Rocket does it to Star-Lord. Star-Lord does it to Iron Man when they're about to fight Thanos. And in this same way, it sort of felt like they were making homage to that. But I will say, if you look here clearly, Ben Grimm has his beard. Some people were speculating with the quick shots we saw in the last trailer with the bearded Ben Grimm that he might actually be from the future, that it's like a time jump thing. Don't make it overcomplicated or more complicated than it has to be. And it's literally the exact same line of thinking we talked about this past week with Mephisto not being in Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Things are already complicated enough with a brand new villain in Dr. Doom that looks like Tony Stark. They've got enough to get through. They don't need to also introduce Mephisto into the plot and storyline. Same for the Fantastic Four. They've already got enough they've got to get through with Doomsday setup, Shalabal's Silver Surfer, Galactus. They're not also going to throw some crazy time jump where they go hundreds of years into the future and pull an ancient Ben Grimm back into the current day with a beard, and it's just them borrowing from that look, but 100% don't expect any crazy time jumps forward or back, just perhaps exploring the multiverse as a part of what's going on with the Galactus storyline. All in all though, probably the biggest group of new frames we've gotten in a while, and for a marketing campaign that's probably only a week or so away from dropping new TV spots every single day, I am really fingers crossed and hoping that Marvel Studios doesn't give in to that pressure they felt in the past to sort of reveal everything about the film in the last week to try to bump box office sales, because as I've said, that never really works anyway. But hey, let me know down in the comments, what is the staff? Do we think it's the ultimate nullifier? They just made it bigger so it makes sense on screen. I mean, that's what it is historically, canonically for the Fantastic Four. Why would they go away from that and all of a sudden? Maybe because they don't want it to be a plot device and used against Doctor Doom and immediately. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below. What is the staff? And anything else I might have missed for the breakdown. Again, have a great 4th of July. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we are still giving away PlayStation 5s at the channel. We just announced a brand new winner a day ago. The next one will be for the Fantastic Four drop at the end of the month. We'll also be giving away tickets. If you want to be entered to win or for any of the future giveaways here at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here, live with my voice in the winning comment shown on screen when there is one, so please be safe and vigilant on YouTube. And if you should ever get spam in the comments, just report it directly to YouTube. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, and as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. Find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. You can also find me on all platforms with original music under the name Allfires, including the song you're hearing now in the background. Thanks for checking my music out. Thanks for checking this channel out. Have a great 4th of July. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.